Hey, this is Frank Titus with Fakes and Pains and other things. And this is a longtime patient, longtime friend, Ian Giammanco. And the last time I saw you was, we just found out, was 2011.
Yeah.
And we did it all virtually back then as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so what aches and pains or what other things did you try before you did Titus motion therapy? Do you remember?
Yeah, I did a lot of different things. Went to the chiropractor a lot.
Right.
Let's see, I tried acupuncture.
Right.
I tried some swimming and water stretching type stuff. Let's see what else. A lot of the ointments and stuff like that, but yeah,
Right.
nothing obviously really worked.
And I remember back then, the big thing that you wanted to do, well, obviously you wanted to be pain-free, but the big thing was the football, the charity football program, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And flag football, and that went okay.
What's that?
Yeah, that all went okay.
Yeah, it did. That's why I originally wanted to come see you, was kind of well, I was in pain, but I wanted to get ready and be able to play in that football game, because it was a real important cause. It was a charity fundraiser for cystic fibrosis, and it was a full contact football game versus our high school rivals.
I remember, I was like, oh my gosh, pads and everything. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I had tried all these other things, and I wasn't really, I didn't know what to do. But I came across you. I think a friend had mentioned you and referred you.
Right.
And I got to admit, I was a little skeptical at first, because I'm like, how are we going to do this? He's down in California.
Right.
Lots of
people are. That's like one of the number one things that people have trouble comprehending, that this can all be done virtually.
Yeah, I mean, and I was absolutely amazed. As you, I'm sure you remember, I mean, after the very first session, my low back that had been just tight and bothering me forever was loose, and it wasn't a nuisance. And yeah, I was really impressed.
That happens a lot, because the first routines, it's not like you're doing exercises. It's more like movements and contractions and things like that. And a lot of times the first one is, I kind of call it the 911 routine. It's to get rid of people's back problems right away and to make an impact. You're probably laying there going, yeah, this will never work.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that. I'm like, and some of the stretches are just, they're unconventional compared to, the usual stuff that I was used to doing.
Right.
Like, oh, well, but I was like, oh, I'm here, I'm going to give it a shot. And then, yeah, lo and behold, I'm like, there's something to this.
And then that has kept you out of trouble for 11 years now.
It has. I mean, I still have like the routines printed out that you gave me, and I have some stretches and exercises that are more favored than others, and the other ones that are more difficult. But yeah, I mean, I still
you have the go-to routines in case.
What's that?
You have your go-to routines in case something gets a little wonky.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then like today, because I reached out and said happy birthday, you're like, hey, maybe I should do something, because you had a little groin thing, and we went through a routine. And how do you feel now?
I feel a lot better. Yes. And again, it's just something that the groin wasn't as bad as the back. So I just was, I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Right.
Like, but it's just kind of been a lingering thing. And I'm like, well, hey, I'm going to give Frank a call and see. And you're like, yeah, sure. And yeah, the stretches, and it's way looser already. So thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else that you can tell people and excite people about doing the program?
Well, one.
How about this? How about this? Let me ask you this: has it been worth it monetarily?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yes. I mean, I couldn't put a price on the the back thing initially, I thought it was just going to be, oh, I'm just going to have a bad back like my dad and my brother.
Right.
And in fact, I've actually talked to my brother about him and shared some of the stretches
Right.
with him. And yeah, and so that's helping him. But yeah, it's absolutely been worth it. And it's a small investment to make in your overall health and feeling better and being able to do some of these things that, you know.
Yeah, you can do at home with no equipment and just it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, a chair, maybe a belt or a strap. I mean, that's really all you need, and it's really simple. No weights or anything that you need.
Well, and you do a lot of working out and stuff, and that's all been good as well.
Yes, yeah, I enjoy that for kind of stress relief and that kind of stuff. But it's easy to neglect the stretching part of it and it's kind of staying limber and agile.
Right.
Which especially as you get to kind of whatever age I am now, middle age, becomes more important. So yeah, I'm definitely a disciple on that front.
So I interrupted you. What would you say to people that maybe are skeptical or help people pique their interest in doing this?
Yeah, I'd say one, you're a really friendly, likable guy. You got a great sense of humor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like chatting with you. Two, you know your stuff. I mean, the thing that I was really amazed at was like, oh, I was skeptical about doing it over Zoom or Skype or whatever.
Right.
But the initial thing is you're like, okay, take a few steps towards me, a few steps back. And then the gears start turning and you're like, okay, we're going to do this. No, oh, let me put this stretch in there. And then it's just, there's a method to the madness. You got to do them in sequence and just give it a shot one time. And it worked well for me, and I did not think I was at the end of my rope. I was out of options. So I think if people have something that's bothering them that's for a long time, or maybe a new pain,
right?
If Frank could call and give it a shot, you don't have anything to lose.
That's correct. All right, I appreciate you. And what city are you in again? You're in Oregon.
Yep, Sherwood, Oregon, just kind of southwest of Portland.
So it's almost like I can touch you, but I can't quite.
Yeah, we're neighbors. You got a lot better weather down there, I'm sure, than we got here. But
that's true. All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, and we'll talk soon.
All right, you as well. Thanks, Frank.
Bye.